It's my great pleasure and privilege to welcome and introduce two highly skilled and accomplished musicians and two very good friends of our center. We're very happy that they could come, both of them after a long plane journey with jet lag and everything. Still, they agreed to perform for us, so we're very, very happy. Sri Partha Bose, I'll read from their website actually, widely acknowledged as a leading contemporary instrumentalist. Partha Bose represents the Mahir Gharana musical tradition, famous for producing stalwarts Ravi Shankar and Ali Akbar Khan. Trained on sitar by veteran Guru Pandit Manoj Shankar for 49 years, Bose divides his time between Kolkata and the rest of the world, performing, teaching, lecturing, and composing at reputed venues, including major festivals and well-known universities. The government of India invited Partha Bose to lead a cultural delegation to African countries on the historic occasion of the Golden Jubilee of India's independence. Recipient of the Nikhil Banerjee Memorial Award, Sangeet Ratna, and Vaidya Alankar titles, Bose visualizes music as that which reminds us of our shared humanity. And Sri Indranil Mallick, talent, virtuosity, and youthful dynamism blend in perfect proportion to project Indranil Mallick as a leading tabla player of his generation. Intensive training since the age of 5 under eminent masters, including his uncle Motu Mallick, Professor Dhabal Bandhopadhyay, Shri Uttam Chakravarti, and currently Maestro Pandit Shopon Chaudhary, have shaped Indranil's rich repertoire and justify his reputation in the national and international arena. Indranil has also distinguished himself in crossover collaborations with Western musicians, including a recent project with Miles Davis Electric Band. Wow, wonderful. Lauded by connoisseurs and critics for his solo performances and accompaniment with renowned musicians, Indranil was the first tabla player to receive the prestigious Pandit Bhimsen Joshi Award in 2015. So again, many thanks for coming.
Jai Thakur, Jai Ma, Jai Swamiji. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are humbled, Swamiji, by your kind words about our music and ourselves. I have often been asked to describe what music means to me. Probably the only realistic answer is that music is what you want it to be. This is like how a blind man would describe an elephant. We all know the story. If you want music to be entertainment, music is entertainment. If you want music to be a language of the soul, expressing emotions, expressing something which is deeper than ordinary everyday life emotions, music is that. If you want music to be a very special spiritual connection with the superpower, music is that. We could go on and on. So, this would probably make it sound meaningful to all of you if I say that such venues are much more than concert venues for us musicians. We don't come here to get rich. Of course, music is our profession, our passion, our mission, our life. But when we are invited to such venues, we feel that this kind of a performance reminds us all the more what music really means to us. Spirituality and music, in my opinion, are two sides of the same coin. Those are different sides. One is called heads, one is called tails, but they are two sides of the same coin. And Swamiji himself stands for what he described music as one of the most divine of art forms, one of the greatest of art forms, and for those who understand, quote unquote, it is the highest form of worship. For us ordinary people who are probably not into meditation or not meditation every day, but I am led to thinking that yes, we do meditation every day. Whenever we are sitting with our instruments and doing our Sangeet sadhana, believe me, for that duration of time, we don't know where we are. And when we end it, whether it's a practice session, a riyaz, or sadhana, whatever you call it, or a performance, at the end of it, we feel as if we are coming out of a deep slumber, at the end of which we feel that we have had an inner shower, just like water washes our body and refreshes us. At the end of a performance, we feel internally showered, refreshed, blessed. So Swamiji, in the true Indian tradition, sometimes thanksgiving is kind of superfluous. Thank you sounds very nice to the ears. I wish we could all practice saying thank you at every deserving opportunity. But thank you does not really express what we feel, both of us. Allow us to begin our music not as a performance, but as a humble offering. The Swamijis are here, Mataji is here, discerning audiences are here, and of course, the divine trio. So we have a gathering such that we do not seek any more. In terms of numbers of the audience, the hall is almost full, nor quality of the audience. To come to the point of the ragas we have chosen for our performance, most of you know that Indian classical music, at the heart of this subject are the twin concepts of raga and tala. Just like the two blades of a scissor, we need both of these blades to make the scissor effective, functional. So the ragas are of different moods, associated with different time of the day and night, associated with different seasons, expressing certain special moods. Swamiji himself was an accomplished musician. He sang Dhrupad. He also performed Pakhawaj. And something which is very rare for even stalwart musicians, he accompanied himself, his own singing with Pakhawaj. He had some favorite ragas, and that is reflected in some of his compositions. Bageshri, Raga Bageshri, the late evening melody, was one of his favorites, and I would like to begin with that raga. The raga has a softness. We say komal in Bangla, Hindi, that softness, soft element, which can be described as motherhood. There is no hardness in motherhood. There is softness, there is an assurance, there is an element of refuge. So this raga has that mood. There is also an element of pathos in this raga, because motherhood is something, the concept of motherhood, is that she absorbs all that is around, all the trials and the tribulations and the challenges of life, to make her children, her family protected, for them to be enjoying all the positive aspects of life. She would rather face the challenges. She would, if necessary, be fighting evil so that her children have only good in their lives. So this raga also has that element where the mother's suffering is reflected in the pathos, element of pathos in this raga. And like all Indian ragas, alap, which is meditative mood without pulse beat, so sitar solo, followed by composition. That segment is called gat or gatkari, where naturally rhythm joins melody, and they both complement and supplement each other. There are certain elements or segments of our music where some members of the audience feel and enjoy elements of speed, exchange of rhythms, sometimes some elements of competition or rivalry. But all of that is in the spirit of harmony. As in life, we have differences, but we agree to differ. At the end of it all, it is harmony. I will be playing two compositions. So alap followed by a slow composition, vilambit 3 tal, 16 beat cycle, followed by a medium tempo and faster composition also in 3 tal. It would not be fair if I don't acknowledge the warm welcome that we have received from the moment we stepped into this shrine. For me, every building is a shrine. This one, the guest house, and the seva that we have been enjoying, volunteers, each of them very accomplished individuals, but they have served us, they have made us comfortable, they have seen to our convenience, and there are some special people. Chirag ji, Mr. Chirag Bhatt, started his weekend Saturday morning by picking me up around 5:30 in the morning, and that too with a smile. So this is all, everything like seva. This is our offering, and many of you have been doing such seva and your offering on this occasion. So I thank you all. I can't tell you the names of everybody, but our heartfelt gratitude for all this that we are receiving in terms of divine blessings. Allow us to begin Rag Bageshri. Namaskar. jet lag. Have you had enough? Ramakrishna Mission centers in India, institutes of culture, ashrama, other centers. I've been fortunate, both of us have been fortunate to have performed there over many, many years. I remember possibly my first concert was in 1998 in the Ramakrishna Mission Institute of Culture, Gol Park in Calcutta. But since then, on the occasion of Swamiji's centenary of the Chicago Sammelan, there was a series of concerts, music concerts globally. And the first such event was in the Yogodhan Math. In Bengali we pronounce Jogodhan Math. Yogodhan Math, which was one of the earliest centers, and since then in various places like Ramhoripur, near Bakura, Nimpit, the agricultural university or center, Narendrapur, of course, many times, Belur Math on the occasion of Swamiji's 150 years, and Ramakrishna Mission Institute of Culture, Gol Park, 4 or 5 times. The last time was on the occasion of Swamiji's birth anniversary on 12th January, which is even in the musical calendar, it is a calendar event. And of course, I've been fortunate to be featured in such centers, all in different cities of North America, New York, Providence. Here, of course, thanks to Swami Atma Gyanananda ji, and without any offense to anyone, spiritual centers at the helm of affairs, there is a Swami who is a leader of all the activities there. But unless that particular individual is musically oriented, such events are not possible. So a very big hand for Swamiji for we just cannot gate crash into such places. Only if there is a musical person, then the music in him draws out the music in us. So I have seen that in India as well as abroad, Vedanta centers and Ramakrishna Mission centers in India and Vedanta societies or Vedanta centers abroad, they run by the clock. So I would like to present a short piece. It is like a sweet dish that comes at the end of a multi-course meal, like in the Indian tradition, some kheer or some payesh, or maybe the cranberry chutney that we all enjoyed this afternoon. Because what I'm going to play is called a Dhun, and a Dhun has different elements. It is not strictly speaking a classical raga, but maybe different ragas are amalgamated, blended. That is also, I have been told, the essence, the charm of a chutney. People don't ask how it is made. If it is tasty, that is good enough. So just a short Dhun in Dadra Tal, a very catchy rhythm used in light classical music, regional songs. A Dhun set to Raga, Mishra Gara. The melodic pattern is so very popular. Different people associate or relate to it in different ways. Some remember some film song, some remember bhajan, some remember thumri. So this is again, music is what you would make of it. Thank you once again.
Ladies and gentlemen, to put it in the words of a Victorian age poet, our heart brimmeth full and spilleth over. I have no words to express our feelings, our acknowledgement of your appreciation, of your listening with such love, with passion. The audience who listen to music, they also actually perform. The vibrations in their heart, in their soul, invisibly touch our heart, our soul, and inspire us to offer whatever we can offer humbly. And last but not the least, I would like to present one of our latest CDs published on the occasion of 50 years of my musical journey. A few years back, it was celebrated in Kolkata. Indranil Mallick ji lent his tabla accompaniment to that. Two rare ragas. The CD is titled Golden Milestone because of 50 years in music. They say one lifetime is not enough. So this is the first 50 years of my Sangeet sadhana. And the ragas featured are very rare ragas. Dawn melody Ramkali, which is perfect for meditation, followed by another rare raga but very melodious, Gaur Sarang. Because these CDs have a commercial implication, if any of you would like to take us home, you can. But if you want to take our music home, meet us after we come down from the stage. We will have these CDs for you. Thank you. Namaskar.
Really, it was a fantastic experience for all of us, and we're extremely grateful, especially just getting off the plane with no rest or anything, so much energy. And I always think how many hours of practice go into all of this. We see the final product, but really we're very grateful and hope you can keep coming back again and again. So everyone, let's give another big round of applause. And then everyone is invited for dinner in the basement also. Yeah. Again, thank you. Oh yeah, please make the presentations. Yes. Sri Partha Bose, Sitar, and Sri Indranil Mallick, Tabla.
May I take this opportunity to hand over the CD to Swamiji for the center?